Hi and welcome to my playhouse, and today I'm not doing anything interesting, but I'm gonna paint some of the ceiling. I did most of my living room here last weekend and I thought it was pretty dull, so I didn't record it, but I left a little square here where the wood stove is because I didn't want paint on the wood stove. It's that kind of nature looking rock and it would be impossible to clean. So I'm trying to put plastic around it, and for the same reason I haven't fired it up this morning. Otherwise I usually get out of bed and I fire up the wood stove and I kind of have it going all week. I actually bought a new thing for it. Oh, it's right over there. It's kind of a thingy for going outside and getting the firewood, which I bought. But this matches the color theme over there. Before I was using a milk, plastic milk thing for pulling in firewood. This one looks a lot better. So yeah, got that Friday. So also I have one of those propellers. This one. You put it on the wood stove, and when the wood stove gets really hot, there's a peltium element that produces power, and there is a tiny electric motor in there that runs a propeller. And well, that way when the wood stove is producing heat, well, the propeller will run and blow out heat from the wood stove. I've kind of tucked that away in the corner over here because I didn't want paint on that either. There. So right now you can kind of see it, it's up there. I put plastic, and I found this, I don't know if this is a regular thing. It's the first time I'm trying this. It has painter's tape on the top, and then it has plastic going down from there. And I thought that it might just be interesting for me to show that I've just been up there and I put a big piece on there, and I was gonna wrap the plastic down and see how far it goes. The packaging on this set, well, there is 10 meters of this, and it becomes like almost 3 meters long when you pull the plastic down. And I thought that was really interesting, so I kind of thought that maybe that would be interesting. So yeah, we'll have a look. So I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna peel the plastic down and see how far we get, if it will cover the wood stove. Otherwise I'll just use some more plastic because I really don't want to clean tape of this. Scissors is a good thing not to have in there when I put this down. This is some thin plastic. This is gonna work pretty well. Okay, I needed a little bit here and there. So let's see. I have a bit of a problem right up here where it's not covering, and down here where it's just short of covering. So I probably need to put some pieces on there somewhere. Cover that up. I'll figure something out. Okay guys, I think what we're looking at here is a cover up. I think someone is gonna hide this away, but one of the good cover-ups. I found some, I have this laying around. I used it in the basement this summer, also just for painting, to cover the floor down there. It worked great for that. Now it's gonna cover the floor again, the tiles over the carpet and stuff. I don't give a shit. That carpet has been on the way out of here for the last 10 years, and it's getting closer and closer to be pulled out of here. I probably want a new carpet in here, but I want to paint the walls first. It's very good for painting. I haven't covered it up over here, so I painted on it. I believe last weekend I also painted on it over here, so never mind. All the stuff here I moved out of the way. I painted this side of the living room first, so I moved all the stuff down here, and then I shifted everything over and I painted the other side of the living room over there, except that square here, kind of, because the wood stove was burning and I didn't want to cover it up with thin plastic while it was hot. That just seemed to be a stupid idea. So yeah, now we need some paint. So over here at the computer, I'm actually copying a lot of data. I'm emptying out my old NAS, my Synology DS411J. It has just short of 9 terabytes on it. It's a really old NAS, and I'm making a backup of it on this 10 gigabit Western Digital Element drive that I purchased. You're gonna get a video on that at some point, but I want to make a backup of it before I try to import the drives in the new Synology NAS out there. Should we just go check that out? We could look at it. So there is the old one, and it only has USB 2 connections, and it's transferring maximum speed right now over to through my computer and over to that disk. The plan is that the data is going to go up into this NAS, which is considerably faster, but I want to take out the 4 drives here and put them up here, and I don't know if that's going to be a success, and I don't want to have to copy the data from home. So yeah, so it has been copying here since Friday night, and it still says that there's over a day to go, and it's reached 43%, and it's copying with about 25 to 32 megabytes per second here, and it's taking forever. I thought that I might be able to copy this over during the weekend. It's gonna take longer than that. So yeah, I have time for some painting, for a paint job here. So let's see. Yeah, I was painting last weekend, so this I kind of tried to clean this up. So we're gonna try and use this again, and this to stir the paint, and this one is for the smaller stuff. So it has a little paint roller here. Also try to clean that up. I do try to reuse these. It's a little bit stupid because they have become so cheap here. I remember when I was a child and we had to paint where I lived with my mom and my brother. Maybe not that one, but this one, a roller like this, that could easily be close to 100 Danish kroners for one of those. And the prices has just dropped considerably. I bought this roller just Friday, and it's on a long stick. I'm pretty sure that we would have had to pay like 300-400 kroners for this back then, but it was just under 50 Danish kroners. It was 49 something. So yeah, that has just become ridiculously cheap compared to a lot of other stuff. I don't know why. So here's the paint. I'm just gonna stir it. No. This is one of the videos where you get to see paint dry. Caution. It's very exciting. So, oh, I painted that ceiling and I used half the paint. And it wasn't even as if it was really needing paint. I just thought that now that I'm gonna be painting all the walls and stuff, well, ceiling paint is really not expensive at all. So I thought, well, we'll just paint the ceiling as well, give it another layer, so that, yeah, it's quite a while since I put up the ceiling in here. I do believe that was before I even started making videos, so it has been sitting for over 4-5 years, so it could do with a fresh layer of paint. It's a lot easier to stir up this week. Last week it was it has been sitting for 6 months or something, I'm really good at buying stuff to improve the house. I'm really bad at actually using them. So yeah, I have the paint for the ceiling over here. There I have the paint for the walls, and there I have some paint that I have no idea where to go. Never mind. So this is about ready to go. We don't need that much. I just need to paint that tiny bit of square over there. We might just take the camera and see if we can actually see the difference of paint, which we should be able to. I think you can see the difference. There is I'll point at it if I can. There is a line right here and kind of a weird square there. I missed that, and it goes over there. So I need to paint this part to bring it up to the same color. Hell, I thought that I would be able to use the old roller on this new one. I have an old one. This is an old stick. I used that last weekend, and it's wobbly as yeah, and it's not great anymore. So I was hoping, well, for 50 Danish kroners to replace this. And it kind of fits on this one, but the new one, it doesn't fit. It doesn't go on there. That sucks. So okay, we're not gonna use that. We're gonna use the new one, and I don't care. It's not as if it's expensive. Fluffy. And it rolls. The other one didn't go very well. Okay, I like this system better than this system with this thingy. So this is better. I don't think the quality of this roller is as good, but I'm sure it's good enough. Okay, we're gonna be using the new one. It's not uncommon to get a tray like this and a roller like this and maybe a brush for about 20-30 Danish kroners here. So I did actually clean this last time as good as I could, and then I took the wet rollers and I put them there kind of on an angle, and all the white water that was still in the roller, well, it went down there. So it's not as dirty as you might think. It looks dirty on camera, but it's actually not that bad. So let's get some paint on there and get this job done. It takes twice as long when you're filming, that's for sure. That should be way more than enough. And then it probably isn't. That's kind of the way it goes. You think that, whoa, that was way too much, and then you'll be pulling paint 4 times after that. So, oh, white sticky fingers. So I put the paint in here, and then the camera needed to recharge. So yeah, it has been a few minutes. I hope it doesn't. Oh, it's not dry yet, but don't let it wait too long. And this is gonna absorb a lot of paint before. Okay, it might not be that bad. Yeah, we can do that. This is gonna work. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Let's get it over with it. I can feel the splashing coming down on me. So, oh, that's also why I'm wearing this not so nice clothes. So I will prepare for that. Okay, I'm already out of paint. That wasn't part of the plan. You're on the table now, just so that you know it. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm done with the big one, so I'm gonna switch to the little one. I'm gonna go and soak this up while it's still very wet. So yeah, easier to clean that way. Let's clean this. Just get the paint out of there. I'm not even sure if it's really worth my time to clean these because they're so cheap, but it doesn't feel good to just throw it out. So I usually do it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want paint in all of the kitchen either, so. Better to let the water do the job. But when the paint is this thin, it's usually a lot easier to get off stuff, even the sink. Take that off now. You can see how it has left small white thingies on the handle here. And I'm pretty sure I have the same white thingies in my face because I was just underneath that. So yeah, I don't know if we can see that. Do I? Can't see. So, but I'm gonna try to clean this a little bit. Not gonna waste too much time on it. Now that it's, well, they're so clean, but now that they're so cheap. The metal rod, this actually looks pretty steady and strong. Feels a bit better quality than they usually are. So I'm gonna let that roller sit there for a little bit and I'll get back to it. I have to go touch up with the smaller roller. So with this one it's gonna be easier to get in the corners, and it's not as fluffy as it used to be, but I guess we will do. Yeah. There. Guess we're done. That should be good enough. Yeah. I have even more cleaning to do. And I can take the plastic down again, which is good. And I'm pretty sure that I didn't get any paint on the tiles and stuff. So yeah, I think it's gonna work out great. Okay, so painting the ceiling is done. And yeah, I can get on to painting the walls, which is a bigger task, which also includes cleaning up. I hate that part. But thank you very much for watching my videos. If you enjoy my videos, please remember to give it that like and hit that bell thing so that you're notified when I post new videos. Yeah, I have to ask you a lot here. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again, and have a really nice day. Bye bye.